Clinic number 84. The title we gave it, does your outreach reflect the pace of your project? Now, all of our clinics have to do with consent building tactics and strategies. So why should you listen to this one? Well, what we're going to focus on here might really help you out, because you're going to have projects where you're going to be in a hurry. There's a crisis. You don't have any time to communicate, and yet you have to communicate. And we're talking about two-way communication. And if you fail, well, you fail. And then there are very slow projects where things happen over years. It takes decades to plan something. And there you also have to keep people's attention, because if you don't, when you're all finished and you make your final recommendations at the end of a whole study, you won't be able to get it through the political decision-making process, where the policymakers have to reach into the billfold and come up with the budget for it. So that's what's at stake. What's at stake is you succeeding both in cases of having almost no time and yet having to critically reach people. For right now, as we're recording this, there are two things that are going on that fit this category. We're recording this in late August 2016, and when you turn on any of the media, radio, television, they talk about the many fires we have going right now in California, and there are agencies who have to communicate with these people. The fire just south of us has 5,000 emergency workers out there. A lot of houses have burned down, even though it's in a wilderness area where almost nobody lives. We still managed to burn down about 60 houses. The other thing they're talking about are the flooding that's happening in southern Louisiana. Over a dozen people have died. And when there is miscommunication between these emergency managers who are out there trying to help people and alert people, well, there is hell to pay. There are lives at stake. You will be in situations like that, where you have to, sometimes it's not a crisis, it's just a communications crisis. Where, for example, there is total misunderstanding, somebody's spreading rumors, and you have only hours or a day to fix it. You wish you had 2 weeks. You don't have 2 weeks. You have only hours to do it. That's what we will look at in this case. Now, the harder case are the slow motion projects. And they are actually harder to reach people, because you don't have the help of the media. In the crisis, they are there almost too much. In the other ones, you can't get their attention, or you can't keep their attention. And so you will have to use very different tactics and, well, really a strategy. That's what we will look at. So to make sure you will not fail, even if you're under the gun in a hurry, or if it's in snail space, slow motion, where it's very difficult to keep people's attention, and all the many projects in between. The stakes are big. The stakes for you can be the difference between success and failure. That's what we will look at.